All right, what's up, everybody? Happy Friday. What's cracking out there in the old interweb lands? How's everybody's week going? You know the routine. I'm going to take a minute. Let's get some people in here. If you jump on, leave a comment, say hello, let me know you're out there. Hope everybody's having a productive week. Got some cool things I'm going to talk about today. Andrew, what's up, brother? How you doing? Appreciate you jumping on and sharing our stuff. Thank you. Let me see here. We'll get started here in just a minute. All right. How's everybody doing? How's your week? What's happening? What's new? Leave a comment. Let me know what's going on. I'm going to dive into it. This week, probably looking at the title of this week. Patty, how you feeling? Thank you for jumping on. Patty, stay on because I think what I'm about to talk about you're gonna like. If you look at the title of this week, I named it "Abandoned," and why? Well, we're gonna talk about it here. There's a new documentary coming up. It's coming out next Tuesday, August 30th. There's a documentary coming out called "Abandoned," and it's a documentary exposing the abusive discharge practices of injured active duty service members by the Department of Defense. Yep. Not even 3 minutes into this week's show, and that's where we're going with this. The documentary travels all over the country, interviewing casualties of abusive discharge practices, interviews journalists familiar with the issues, and then sitting down with confidential informants inside the DoD. I'm going to tell you this right now, guys. We're already getting shadow banned here on this page a bit. So share this. I'm encouraging you guys to share this because it is a big issue. One of the things that they're going to be talking about is they all have firsthand knowledge of the corruption taking place. The confidential informants, mind you, these are people inside the DoD, discuss why the DoD is doing this, how the DoD is doing it, what the DoD is doing to individuals who speak up, so the whistleblowers. And this extends into a whole, excuse my language, shit ton of other areas and concerns across all branches of the military. And you know well that after this today and on Tuesday when this documentary comes out, the DoD is going to do everything to try to censor it and make every attempt to discredit it. So this is something, I know there's a lot of you that are family members of service members that are recently getting out or that have gotten out that were, mistreated or whatnot. We have to share this. You have to share it. We got to make this go viral. So share this video right now if you would, and get other people to share this because this is big. So the documentary, again, it's called "Abandoned." Comes out August 30th. I'm actually going to be doing an interview. I've done an interview. I conducted an interview with the executive producer of the show. I'm going to leave his name anonymous right now until Tuesday. You'll find out. he was on the Decision Hour, and I will be posting that show on Tuesday as well, as he goes into more detail about the documentary. So again, Abandoned, check it out. I believe if you look on our HMG feed, I think we had pinned kind of a teaser video of it on our page, so check that out. Patty, yeah, and the whole Joey Hart thing, that's yeah, that's, you probably, I can't confirm, but you may or may not see that in this documentary. So listen, check it out. It's because it needs to be talked about. And like I said, please share this video so it can get out. But the documentary is going to come out on the 30th. All right, listen, I got to get into other events here. We got other events coming up. September 9th, Clarksville, Tennessee. It's going to be doing the Spartan Pledge. Friday, September 9th at 4:30 p.m. There's going to be live music, food trucks, and vendors. Our buddy Malachias, he's going to be performing that evening. And guest host, our buddy Boone Cutler. It's going to be over at Liberty Park in Clarksville, Tennessee. Free admission, free parking. Take the family out there. Listen, if you've never done the Spartan Pledge before, I strongly encourage you guys to go out there and give it a go. It's awesome. It's a great feeling. You get a little choked up, but it's pretty cool. So check that out. That's September 9th. September 10th, we're going to stay in Tennessee. Maury County, or at the Holistic Trauma Recovery Suicide Prevention Fair. That's going to be at 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. There's going to be music, food trucks, yoga, equine therapy, art therapy, vendors, live music, whole slew of things going on that day. That's at William Springs Park in Mount Pleasant, Tennessee, September 10th. So go ahead and check that out as well. What else do we got? Hey, listen, I'm going back on the road. Shocker, I know. I'm going to be down in Tampa, Florida, so all you Florida peeps, this is your warning order. I'm coming. We got the All Heroes Welcome Ball with TMATTO on Friday, September 23rd. Now, I believe this event is sold out, but I will be in town, so if you guys want to hang out, meet up, whatnot, I'll be there all week. I get in early, but There are also doing the All Heroes Open on September 24th. We have the All Heroes Open fishing tournament that supports TMATTO and their Veterans Closet. What they do is they do a lot of these fundraising events. They have cornhole tournaments. This is their big event, their fishing tournament. They do this one once a year. They have a golf tournament and whatnot. But the money that they raise goes back to transitioning veterans, and they get suited with a suit. And I believe, I was just talking with James about this earlier this week. I think we've suited just this year close to 60 or 70 transitioning veterans with custom suits made to fit for them. So they pick out the material. We have a, show you a thing here. I wasn't gonna do this, but they get like a whole thing where you pick out your material, the stitching you want. If you want buttons, you get all this cool stuff. These suits off the rack are like $1,400 suits, and they're getting donated. And they're not like, hey, here's a suit. If it fits you, get it tailored, whatnot. It's a custom suit, meaning it's fit for you specifically. So it's pretty cool what they're doing. So check out TMATTO, and the company that helps with the suits is JB Auto Clothiers. Go check them out as well. So they're doing some cool stuff. What else? Hey, I got to give a shout out real quick. Thank you to all of you guys. Last week I was bombarded in a positive way when I brought up that we're hiring here at Heroes Media Group. I've got several resumes. We've had a couple of interviews already. We've hired one gentleman already, and looking forward to bringing him on. I'm not going to bring up his name yet, but he's a great guy, tons of experience. I'm super excited about it, and got a couple more people that we're going to be interviewing for various positions and whatnot. But I just wanted to say thank you for all of you guys that have emailed me and texted me, hey, I know somebody here. Here's this person's resume. Contact them or whatnot. Like, I've been overwhelmed with just the love and support. So thank you guys for that. I also want to say thank you because you guys see the hats. I've never done hats before, and so we got our new HMG hats. Now these hats represent Heroes Media Group and HMG Beverage. That's a star. It's a trademark star, and they're clean. They're very comfortable. It's a classic snapback hat. They sell for $25. Last week when I talked about it, the ones that I had available still were gone before the end of Friday. So I ordered more hats. They came in today. Several people knew about them, and they've already pre-ordered. So I only have, out of the new orders that I have, and I ordered like 30 hats, 20, 30 hats, I've only got about 7 left. So if you want an HMG hat, they're $25. You can just email hats@HMG Beverage. They're not even on the website yet, and we're selling out of these. So this is awesome. This is because of you guys. I can't thank you guys enough. It's funny because it's cool as hell. So listen, thank you guys, and shout out to my boy Nick over at Frag Out Clothing for hooking us up with these. So thank you much. If you want a hat, hats@hmgbeverage.com. Patty wants a hat. All right, Patty, we got to make sure that we get you a hat. All right. What do we have here? Blake. All right, man. I'll hit you up here later today, man. Thanks for reaching out. Awesome. Appreciate it. That's cool. All right, hey, listen, let's get into the shows here. Let's get into the shows and what you missed, because we had a lot of good episodes this week. First up in the queue, we got the Arms Room show. This week they're discussing Zero to Kill and why there's more to self-defense than concealed carry. Listen, if you guys aren't following the Arms Room show, well, you're just wrong. A lot of us, we need training, whether you carry a firearm on you or not. Take a self-defense class or whatnot. Independence training, if you go to independencetrainingaz.com, get a hold of Glenn and the family down there. Anytime I have a firearms question or whatnot, these are the people that I go to. I trust them. I've known them for years. They're close friends, and they just do an amazing job at training. And if you're thinking about training, they do travel. Maybe you guys put an event together or whatnot. They'll come up and do a training for you. So check that out. That's this week's The Arms Room show. Next up, we got Rise Up Life on Fire. Listen, they're gearing up for their September 1st through the 5th ferryman mission. They're going to be stopping in Colorado to be in a film about PTSD. Make sure you follow this group. Battle2B.org is their nonprofit, and the podcast is Rise Up Life on Fire. So check it out. Krista does these short little 7-minute videos full of information. So check that out. She does a good job over there. Check that out. That is Rise Up Life on Fire. Next up, we got Pushing Back Chaos. Hey, morning, Chris. How are you, brother? Yes, we meet again. Pushing Back Chaos. This week was a very special episode. It's awesome to listen to, but they titled it this one, Mini Melon and his mentors. This week, well, as we move through our adult lives, we often find ourselves unclear or struggle to remember some of the most important fundamental things. Easier said than practice, right? Yeah, absolutely. Totally agree with that. So we come together and decided that maybe we didn't have all the right answers from our perspective. So this week, in this episode, Tio and Mike brought in Melon's 13-year-old son, Michael, to conduct a blind interview with him and hear what it's like for a young man growing up in today's world. Mike and Tio, they're not pulling any punches. I mean, they asked this kid some hard questions, and Michael is such an amazing young man. I was blessed. What was it? I think it was last summer when Melon brought his family to the U.S. and I got to meet his entire family. And Michael was just he's an amazing young man, and I'm so excited to watch him continue to grow and what he does in life, because he's a smart kid. But they don't hold back on it. And to hear a 13-year-old's perspective on what he sees in the world right now and what's going on in the world right now and his take on things, it really, you sit back and as you're listening to this episode, you're like, okay, cool, there's still hope. You know, he was definitely raised right. So this was a really, really cool episode. This week's Pushing Back Chaos. Check it out. Next up, we got Because Bikers Matter podcast. Our man David is at the crossroads at the Sturgis Buffalo Chip with Mario Krim of Motorcycle Knucklebusters. Check it out. Sturgis was just happened recently, and Buffalo Chip. If you've never been to Sturgis, it's a very well-known bar out there. It's awesome. It's a big party area. It's a lot of fun. If you never get to Sturgis, it's one of those like bucket list kind of a things, in my opinion. So check that out. That's this week's Because Bikers Matter podcast. All right, what else we got here? Next up, we got the Power of Investing in People podcast with our gal Shay Sparks. This week, customer experience with Jill Raff. Jill helps organizations that now acknowledge their people are their greatest assets, but need help creating new systems and procedures to develop the connection culture, which exhibits this core value, resulting in higher retention and greater productivity. It's a really cool episode. You're going to learn a lot on this one, especially if you're a business owner. You're going to want to take notes. So that's this week's The Power of Investing in People podcast. Check it out. What do we got here? Next up, we have Oscar Mike Radio with our man Travis. This week's guest, Lakedra Houston. She's a United States Air Force veteran, and she is a MST, military sexual trauma survivor. She shares her story about holding leadership responsible. It's a story. She's written a book, and it's about holding leadership responsible so this doesn't happen to the service members that follow and whatnot. Very eye-opening interview, and you kind of like, man, that stuff really happens. Yeah, it does. So check this out. This is a great interview. You can actually watch this interview on Oscar Mike Radio's Facebook page. He does it every Thursday night around 8 p.m. Eastern time, I believe. So go check out Oscar Mike Radio. Next up, we got you 6 at 6 every Sunday night, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time with the People's Patriot Project. They always have a group of veterans on, singers, songwriters, and whatnot. It's just a good time. 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, Sunday night. Nobody's doing anything that night. You should be watching their show. We got you 6 at 6. People's Patriot Project. Check it out. Next up, we got License for Love. This week's show title is called Hiatus. This week's guest is author Tristan Yerby. He's a community neighbor, non-veteran, and doesn't refrain from telling how real life got from moment to moment, from the rush of having a #1 record and the world knowing your name to being back on the block and needing to eat. This is a really cool, like, how you get to success and then it's gone kind of a story, and then writing about it. It's a really cool episode. It's this week's License for Love, so check it out. All right, what else we got here? Environmentally speaking, this one, this week was a fun one too. This week it's the Woodstock of cleanups. What do I mean? This week the ladies are talking about the Woodstock of cleanups that happened September 9th, 1972, along the Blackstone River. Now, if you're up in the northeastern part of the United States, this show is done in Rhode Island, and a lot of the things that Marissa and Clarice talk about, you can incorporate that into your local areas. So you really pay attention when you guys listen to this show, because the stuff they talk about incorporates anywhere. But this particular episode, they're talking about the Blackstone River up there. On this day, September 9th, 1972, this was the largest single-day cleanup effort in the nation's history at the time, pulling out debris in excess of 10,000 tons. 10,000 tons in one day out of a river. So why are they talking about it? Well, this year marks the 50th anniversary, and they're going to be doing another cleanup effort along the Blackstone River. So if you're up in that area, and there's quite a few of you that watch this show, share, I have friends that are up there, share this, because they're going to be doing another cleanup here next week. So check that out. That's this week's Environmentally Speaking. What else do we got? Women's expression on leadership, learning, and liberty. He's going through all of season 1 right now and replaying all of season 1. So go check that out, because he's got some new episodes that are going to be coming out soon with host John Krotek. So check that out. That's You can find that on Heroes Media. You can find that and all these shows on heroesmediagroup.com. Let me see here. Next up, we got the Label Free podcast. This week, A Girl with a Knife by Elena Rubin. Elena is a IT professional and a mom who, during the pandemic, used her time and energy saved on commuting to work to write her first book. An adventure of a 19th century woman surgeon. Writing became a passion of hers, and her characters took her on a journey beyond her wildest dreams. A Girl with a Knife is her debut novel, the first book of the Hearts and Sales series. So check that out. That's this week's Label Free podcast. Next up, we got Time to Shine Today with our man Fergie. This week, get on page 1 of Google. How do you do that? You got to know about SEO, right? Get on page 1 of Google. More reviews and more organic traffic with founder of Rebel Fish Local, Liz Cortez. Liz went from being a fitness influencer to working full-time with her husband at Rebel Fish, a local marketing agency in San Diego. They help local businesses get more traffic with local SEO and help them get more clients by implementing story brand copywriting to their website. So if you're having trouble, you small business owners out there, and you're trying to get more exposure and whatnot, you want to pay attention to this. This is going to be a good one. Take notes. That's this week's Time to Shine Today. What else we got? A couple more. Stay with me. Next up, MSEC podcast. Can't say enough good things about this one here. This week, Somewhere to Call Home is the title. And Ashley and Grayan from the student to students from Central High School talk about the importance of finding a place where you can be yourself. The students take over this podcast again this week, and it was awesome. MSEC podcast, Military Child Education Coalition. It's a nonprofit organization based out of Killeen, Texas, down there at Fort Hood. If you are a active duty member, Guard, Reserve, or veteran, and you have children that are still in grade school through high school, get them on this. Get them in these programs. It's the MSEC has got a ton of resources for military families, and they're absolutely phenomenal. So check that out. That's this week's MSEC podcast. Check it out. Next up, we got the Baldy Reports, just facts, no fiction. And these guys are great. They're doing a lot of they're putting out a lot of content right now, and a lot of it is a political show. It's all facts, and they discuss it. And I love listening to when they have guests on that don't agree with them and whatnot, because it's just like John will be like, "Hey, send me the information where it says that stuff." Really, no emotion in this show. It is all, when they say it's just facts, that's exactly what it is. So check that out. That's this week's Ubaldi Reports, because they discuss the FBI and the whole Mar-a-Lago thing. Pretty interesting, eye-opening. Check it out. Honorable mentions: God's Good Table, Carry On, the Carry On podcast. Both of those will be coming back. Wake Up with Patty Catter. Patty was on earlier. I don't know if she's still on or not, but she was on earlier. Check out her show. She's always doing stuff. And then the Decision Hour. I got about 5 episodes that are going to be coming out between now and the end of the year. And so stay tuned for those, because those are going to be eye-opening. Kind of stuff that topics that I've never really covered before. So looking forward to that. Stay tuned for that. Again, listen, hats, thank you for those of you that have purchased the hats already. It means the absolute world to me. What we're going to do is the funds that we get from this, a percentage of this was going to go back into the community heroes, back into community-based organizations that support our community heroes. What does that look like? We're working that out, but when we have all the details to it, we're going to be sharing it with you guys. So if you want one of these hats, they're $25. Email hats@hmgbeverage.com. That's just the email that we have right now. They're not on any website right now. We were going to put them on the website, and then we sold out of them, so I had to order more. So we'll get them up on the website here soon. But if you want a hat, email hats@hmgbeverage.com. What else? Shout out to our sister company, HMG Beverage. My Tax Fella, one of our great supporters who've been around for many, many years. Go check them out. Bookkeeping, your taxes. Go to mytaxfella.com. Check him out. Anthony over there. He's got a great team. Simper Savage. They make the best salad dressing and marinades on the planet. You got to get some. Seriously. JB Auto Clothiers. It's one of my newer ventures that I have with my good friend James, and we're helping suit up vets. And if you want to suit yourself, give us a call, because we do events and stuff like that. Anyway, that being said, check out our coffee, hmgbeverage.com. You can get our coffee. We've updated the site with our different blends that we currently offer. We have more blends coming. We've got a ton of orders. We will be bringing back the monthly subscription. I'm not ready to do that yet, but stay tuned for that, because a lot of you have been texting me and DMing us about when that's happening. It's coming. I appreciate your patience. Thank you for all of that. And again, thank you guys for all of your guys' love and support. Let's have a great weekend this weekend. That's all the time I have today. I got a bunch of other stuff that I got to do today. So God bless you. God bless America. Get outside this weekend. Have a great weekend. And I'll see you guys next week.